So, hallo, herzlich willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Danganronpa und was sieht man denn da? Da ist jemand wieder aufgetaucht. Jemand, von dem wir dachten, dass der quasi kaputt wäre. Wo kommt der auf einmal her, ne? Na gut, es gibt ja mehr als einen Monokuma, aber trotzdem. Es ist interessant, dass da plötzlich wieder jemand vor uns steht. Obwohl wir schon vermutet hatten, dass unter Umständen der Drahtzieher hinter der ganzen Sache jetzt tot sein könnte. Aber nein, da ist wieder Monokuma. Und verzweifle nicht ab und an gähne, ich bin gerade tierisch platt, aber Folgen müssen ja raus, ne?
A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually,
I'm not sure, but... Einfach diese Situation.
what?
Diese Situation. Hä? Hä? Hm? Hä? Was? Das ist super. Ich mag die Comedy da drin ist super.
Be the while, you friggin' bastards!
Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead.
Me dead? Don't be freaking stupid!
What?
Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course!
Of course I'm different.
Evolution is perfectly natural.
Das läuft aber über mehrere Generationen ab, Freundchen.
After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already.
Not even. It's been like half a day at most.
How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see, the moment you went from hope to despair.
Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment.
Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear.
Nicht unbedingt. Bären neigen dazu, Zeug zu zerpflücken.
I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. Well now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
Let me out of here!
No, we were supposed to get out of here.
Get out of here? You're still obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Oh, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now.
The point?
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antennas, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed?
Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. Huh? But what does that mean?
what the heck?
It's displaying the signal? But it's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
You're so stupid, don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills, Kills!
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
What?
Extreme!
The killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
It doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
Oh no!
The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible.
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode.
Are you being serious right now?
Of course!
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries. Even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them the true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
what are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did?
Huh?
yes indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be!
But to take control of all communication like that, you'll need an astronomical amount of resources.
Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret! There's something you all need to do first, remember?
What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh. There's the little business of...
A body has been discovered.
Ja, das unterbricht wohl gerade die aktuelle Situation ein bisschen.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Class trial? Do you mean? Ja gut, jetzt lacht er einfach nur noch länger.
It's the Monokuma file.
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And then, he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment and how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we could all get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer?
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works after all. Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body? Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened. Or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Oh, da fällt mir gerade was ein. Ich muss eine Sache mal kurz nachschauen. Okay, alles gut. Ich hatte mich vergessen, vor der Aufnahme meine Mikroempfindlichkeit zu kontrollieren. Nicht, dass die irgendwie zu leise wäre oder sowas. Das passiert manchmal. Weil irgendwelche Programme manchmal meinen, hey, wäre doch geil, wenn dein Mikro nicht so laut wäre. So. Ab in den Garten. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean that this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it! It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then I And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko's the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene. Was liegt denn hier noch? These look like fragments of something. They're all burned, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later. Ja, sowas Ähnliches haben wir schon mal gesehen. Schauen wir uns mal den toten Körper an. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Ja, eine Tätowierung und die langen Fingernägel. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only one little piece left. Ansonsten, the lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was fire, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body analysis. Yeah. Sprechen wir doch mal mit den Leuten.
So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up?
If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks, that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked.
Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. So. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
Serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? Should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? No, then, Toko, what time is it?
Oh, well, when we left the gym it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 AM. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Hat er recht. So, Togami. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
in other words,
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toku, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? So, dann schauen wir uns noch weiter um. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right. What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
what?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Ansonsten gibt es hier noch dieses Gerät. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place nach 7:30 Uhr. Gut, jetzt gibt's immer noch das Ding hier. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. Das gucken wir uns in der Folge noch an. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Schauen wir uns das Ding mal an. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the top is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Ja, was bedeutet das denn jetzt wieder? That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Ansonsten hier, I really hope there aren't any clues hidden in the fertilizer. These tools have nothing to do with the case. There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now's not the time to worry about it. There's a lawnmower here. I don't think it has anything to do with the case, or the mystery code, besser. So. These flower pots have nothing to do with the case. Okay. Das Einzige, was hier eine Relevanz hatte, war tatsächlich die Plane. I think I've checked everything I need in this area. But I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. Und ja, da weiß ich auch, wo wir das finden. Aber hier würde ich sagen, machen wir erstmal einen Schnitt. In der nächsten Folge ermitteln wir dann weiter. Ich hoffe, ihr habt Spaß. Das konstruktive Kritik, vielleicht ein Däumchen nach oben da. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder, wenn es wieder heißt Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Bis dahin, Cheerio!